Welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for Sagittarius. There is a Pisces person who is ready to tell you why they're like they are. They don't want to hold that back anymore. They want to fully disclose that. If you're interested, you will be able to become privy to that bit of knowledge. There's also a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo person who really wants to hear your voice right about now. Just so you know. So faith is going to be something that is very helpful when it comes to you finding inspiration with a career as well as a relationship, and keeping something going, or keeping yourself grounded, or something that you are open to inspiration with. Something that you could really use some inspiration with when it comes to dealing with some aspect of something going on with you, Sagittarius. Mentally, you are a fire starter right now. You're a firecracker. You may even be a little bit irritated with something that's been going on, that is coming out as something that is affecting you cerebrally. Maybe when you're trying to focus on something else, this is popping into your mind, whatever it is that you are so entirely beefed up about. You may be stoked about something and you're on the fence about it. A lot of exciting vibes surrounding something going on. That's one way to put it, exciting. A fiery spirit is coming into play with something that you have going on mentally. Physically, you may be looking at something that is health related in a different way than you have before. You may have a different outlook, or you may be ready to sacrifice in some way physically with something that's going on. So you may be saying, okay, well, a job is sedentary. It has that sedentary vibe to it, but you really want that job. So you're thinking about finding some other way to exercise or do something like that. Or you're viewing something that you're doing. Maybe you used to view it as, okay, that's enough exercise, and you're not now. Now you're saying, okay, that's not enough. If it's walking or what have you. Spiritually, there's some conflict that has been ongoing. Some conflict that has been brewing that is trying to either help you to recuperate some spiritual concepts back into your life, or it's something that's definitely affecting you or challenging you or encouraging you spiritually to be on your P's and Q's. spiritually, it could be giving you a drive to do something. It could be helping you to consider spiritual ramifications or what's going on spiritually with another person when it comes to you dealing with that person. Some conflict is definitely affecting you spiritually. So whatever you do, don't let it put a damper on what your spiritual resolve is at this point in time. You may be coming to terms with the way something has been going that really you didn't have a choice in. Other people may have thrown their creative spins on something. They're trying to be creative in some way with this coming in, and you may not have even liked the way they decided to do something. They were trying to be as creative as possible, and you didn't really want to, or maybe you did. Some of you may have wanted to say, look, I know you're trying to be creative, but this is really just too out of the box here. They are dazzling the world with their creativity, but guess what? So are you. You have some dazzling creativity of your own. This is motherhood energy in all forms, goddess energy, and your brilliance is coming into the picture. So if someone doesn't want to share the spotlight, that's just too bad, because you've hung in there and you're being resilient to someone else's creative gestures, even though you may not have fully agreed with them, Sagittarius. And your resilience is everything. I see that here in your spread. Top chat is open, by the way. If you have any questions or comments. You do have kindred spirits backing you. So you guys are definitely encouraging one another along your journey. So you definitely don't have to be alone in this. Whatever brawl is coming in, or whatever sinister character attacks are on the rise, it is smooth sailing with you and your kindred spirits. So no pressure, except for that pressure that you are putting on yourself, of course, for many of you guys. There is some strong action that you will be taking pretty soon, and this is in order to help someone who is in a bind. Things are just out of their control for the most part. You have considered this back and forth, forwards and backwards, and you know that your behavior, your input means a lot, a very great deal to them. Whether or not they're saying anything, they are going to take the things that you're saying into consideration, very deep consideration. And the knowledge that you impart to them is going to be just as helpful as you were hoping that it would. Whether they follow everything to a T that you instruct or advise, or should you give them that advice, or not. And this is someone who is juggling quite a bit. So who needs some type of input or could use some helpful input from you so that they won't crash and burn. And they recognize that you're trying to be helpful. You can't be strong for them, though. That's the message I'm getting. They're going to have to be strong for themselves. And they do recognize that as well. For whatever it is that your loved one is going through here. The end result is going to be one that is full of wisdom and compassion. Someone is going to be able to demonstrate wisdom and compassion and accept it from the universe as well. The divine is throwing out a compassionate vibe and also is supportive of a compassionate energy coming into play with something that's going on. All right, Sag, be sure to check out some of my other videos. Thanks for hanging out with me.